Okay, so we're racing in a Assetto Corsa Competizione, which is probably one of my favourite racing sims. Used to be my least favourite, but stuck with it. It's quite a steep learning curve initially, but once you actually start to get the hang of it, it's really rewarding. And I like it because it's not one of these like Forza or Gran Turismo where you just, no matter how badly you do, you can find your way to the front. You know, you do pay for your mistakes, but it's a real sense of achievement if you make up a few places. So we're racing at Brands Hatch, starting 18th. Let's give it a go. For some reason I've decided to make it early evening, so I'm going to struggle with getting blinded by the light, but never mind. Tyres are cold because it's late in the day, so trying to warm those off as best I can. Doing the brakes up as well. Let's go, see what we can do. Like I say, see if we can just make up a few places.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Lose some places. Back, that's another one. Brands Hatch is a very special track to me. It's closest to where I grew up back home. Used to go there lots as a kid. I was very, very fortunate. In 1986, my father took me to the Formula One European Grand Prix that was held at this circuit in 1986. Last time Formula One was over. Massive car at the start, hour delay. Jacques Lafitte broke both his legs and ended his career. Senna was in the Lotus GPS. Mansell and... is it Mansell and Piquet in the Williams? I think Mansell won it. I can't actually remember what to look that up. There have been some great races there, and actually went to the GT3 there a couple of years ago, so Valentino Rossi. He was my absolute motor racing hero. Although he'd only just started GT3, so he wasn't doing terribly well, but it was still great to see him. For anyone interested, I've got the Fanatec Direct Drive wheelbase with the booster pack. So it's 8 Newton meters of force or whatever it is, whatever the measurement is. McLaren 720 GT3 wheel rim, Thrustmaster low cell pedals. Keep thinking about getting the Fanatec ones because that would be easier to hook it up to the Xbox. Because obviously I'm to run 2 different drivers, one for the pedals, one for the steering wheel, which isn't ideal and sometimes causes me some problems. But generally works great. I'm out in the Middle East, so it's not easy to get hold of stuff. A lot of the stuff I've had to buy in the UK when back and then ship over with me. But we're getting better in Kuwait in terms of gadget shops and gaming shops and so forth. So I did manage to get the new level HF8 haptic feedback seat pad which I'm sitting on, which is not a bad little bit of kit for the price really. It's very cheap and it just vibrates under braking and when you're locking up the wheels, when you're shifting gears, and particularly the curves. It's quite a nice sensation actually, sort of feeling it under your thighs and butt cheeks when you hit the curves. Adds a little bit more immersion to it. Thanks for that, mate. I know since the Fanatec Direct Drive wheelbases came out, I know there's been other things coming on the market that are similar price and every bit as good, arguably better in some cases, but I like it. It serves my purposes. I'm not I don't take it all too seriously, as you can tell. I certainly enjoy it, and it's good enough for now. It's starting to darken up already, so we can't be honest with his lights on. Lights on. Right, anyway, so we've gone from 18th to 13th. I'm driving as Rob Bell because I actually met him at Brands Hatch. Why not? I used to love the Johnson McLaren that he would drive, or Johnson McLaren, whichever you've ever seen. My favourite car. I guess by the shirt, I'm a big McLaren fan. Always have been ever since early days of Formula 1. My first Formula 1 race was actually 84 in Monaco. It was Lauder and Prost in the Mulder McLaren's iconic car. I think ever since then I've just always been a fan of McLaren and everything with racing. It's terrible. So anyway, the reason I set this channel up is not to try and teach anybody anything other than just stick at it. You know, I'm sure people are going to tell me in the comments that I took back on you and bad you, I should do this or I should do that. I just do it for fun, I don't take it too seriously. I know there's probably a lot I'm doing wrong, probably a lot I could do to get better. But I literally do it for the sheer enjoyment of it. I don't take myself too seriously. But honestly, if you're thinking about getting into sim racing, I thoroughly recommend it. I've always been into racing games ever since I was a kid. First computer is this one right here. Oh, I keep saying set my hand off the wheel. I've always been into racing games. Pit Stop 2 in the corner 64 way back when. But only recently started to sort of go the whole hog, get the wheel and proper setup. It was actually during the pandemic, because I was stranded here. On my own, didn't know what else to do. My place of work was closed down. Couldn't go out of the country, couldn't actually get out of town at one point. Fortunately, companies were still delivering. And although I couldn't get anything particularly good, I did manage to get a local electronics shop to deliver me a Thrustmaster steering wheel, which did serve me well for a few years until I decided to upgrade to the Fanatec. And I kind of got into everything at that point. I started watching people like Jimmy Broadbent, various other sim racers, signed up for iRacing, got Race Room, got this, got Seto Course, got Automobilista. Don't have a clear favourite, just depends what frame of mind I'm in. Obviously if I'm racing GT3 cars, then this is my go-to, although Le Mans Ultimate is now available. I have got that, and I like that a lot. I guess the one piece of advice I'd offer to anyone in sim racing, the mistake I used to make was I would literally hop from car to car to car, from track to track. I'd never learn a track. Whereas what I have learned is to, stick with the track till you feel really comfortable with it. Which, despite appearances, I'm pretty comfortable with Brands Hatch. I can jump into Brands Hatch on any simulator on the car and pretty much have a good idea of where the breaking points are. I've got a few tracks like that. I spent a lot of time with Donington as well, big fan of Donington. So Rossi race there and MotoGP bikes back in the day. Oh shit. No! No. Just about safe that. What I do like about this game, and I find very realistic, is you have a slight off and it absolutely buggers your tyres for about half a lap because of all the dirt and grease and whatever else on them. So you don't have to really take it carefully, you don't just start flinging it around like you would on a lot of other games.